こんにちは。鉄道模型オタクマイクです。よろしくお願いします。私の趣味は鉄道模型ジオラマを作ることです。今日は私の鉄道模型ジオラマを紹介します。
マイクさん、鉄道模型ありがとうございました。素晴らしかったです。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
私の趣味です。
素晴らしいです
うんうん。
ね。じゃあジオラマを作るきっかけは何だったんですか？
子供の頃の趣味
うん。
は鉄道模型ジオラマを作ることでした。
うん。
そう、20代、30代の
うん。
時は、仕事で忙しくてできませんでしたが、
うん。
40歳ぐらい、また作り始めました。
ああ、そうなんですね。す
うんうん、
ごい。
はいはい。
どのぐらいお金かかったんですか？
このジェラマは作り始めたのは2019年ぐらいか
う
らです。
ん。
プラスチックの模型や景
うん。
色はとても安いで
うー
すね。けど、連車は全部で10万円ぐらいと
ん。う
思います。
ーん。いいですね。いい趣味ですね。作るので一番大変だったのは何ですか？
路を作るのは大変です。
うー
時々
ん。
大変です。
う
うん。
ーん。模型の街の中で一番気に入っているところは何ですか？
農場が一番好きです。
うーん。
綺麗に仕上がったので、とっても気に入っていますね。
うんふん。素晴らしい。ありがとうございました、マイクさ
ありがとうござい
ん。
ます。
うん。
はい。
じゃあマイケルさん、今日 YouTube 参加ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。よろし
はい。
くお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。マイクさん、自己紹介してもらってもいいですか？うん。
はい。はじめまして。マイキ・ペネットです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いし
あ
ます。
はい。私はアメリカ人ですが、今、沖縄に住んでいます。前の仕事は、コミュニケーションズエンジニアでした。今、退職しました。
うん。いいですね。
うん
日本は何が好きですか？
日本はとても安全国ですね。
うん。
うん、沖縄の人たちはとても優しい人ですね。妻と喜んでいます。
うん、よかったです。How did you actually exercise in everyday life?
I'm always showing my train set to people,
う
giving them an
ん。
introduction. And I always try Japanese, but I always make a lot of mistakes. So this was a good opportunity for me to actually organize my thoughts
う
and then
ん。
translate it and then memorize it. So it's very useful.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So whenever
Yeah.
like your wife friends or somebody visit your home and definitely they're gonna ask you, oh, what is this or how they made it,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Friends and family and yeah, neighbors. Yeah. So it's good to be able to explain in Japanese. Uh, uh, so now I have the ability to be able to actually teach people in Japanese what my hobby is. They like it, and sometimes they're very surprised, and they always have a lot of questions, which is nice. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy because I can actually answer in Japanese, which is very good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I have been in Japan altogether for about 30 years, only about 15 years this time. I was a communications engineer and I retired about 6 years ago. So now I have a lot of hobbies to keep me busy. One of my hobbies is building railroad models. And I started doing that as a kid. And then later in life, I became too busy with work. And then in my 40s, I started doing it again. And now I have grandchildren. So it's nice to be able to have a hobby that I can show my grandkids and share it with them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's amazing. Yeah. So, like, how's the actually the retirement life in Japan? because it's a lot of actually now American people want to move to Japan and also to have a more safety life and then also to retire in Japan, the retirement life in Japan. I think it's a lot of people are curious about what is the actual retirement lifestyle in Japan. Can you explain as American?
Yeah, I think, for me, it's been very good. I really like living in Okinawa. It's very safe. It's not expensive. I mean, some people say Japan is so expensive, but if you try to live like an American in Japan, I think it will be expensive. But as long as you're willing to live in a Japanese home, you can eat some American food, but you can't eat steak every day, of course. But but it's been really good, and it's a very safe place to live. That's one reason I stayed here. It was a good place for my kids to grow up. They got a good education, and my kids are bilingual, and uh, and I'm trying to be bilingual. It's not easy, but I'm trying, even at my age. But I really like Japan. It's a good place to live.
Amazing. Especially, you're encouraging others because it's a lot of people, oh, I'm already 40 or 50, maybe it's too late to study Japanese, but you actually really made a lot of progress with your age. So I'm sure you're encouraging others. What do you think about it?
When I decided to retire in Japan, I made the decision that I had to learn to speak Japanese. And so I've been going to school, for the past few years. With COVID, it made it difficult because my Japanese school actually closed because of COVID. So I had to study on my own at home. And then a few months ago, of course, I found this school, which has been really good. I've learned a lot. And I think practice is very important. Uh, one problem when you're my age and you're retired, you don't have a lot of friends. You don't have a lot of opportunity to speak Japanese. So you got to go out and look for those opportunities. And I think that's one thing that the school has helped me learn. So I'm trying every day to speak Japanese. So
Mm-hmm.
gambarimasu.
頑張りましょう. Yeah. So in this our school, so Japan Language Factory, we have a different approach to study the language, not just typical hiragana, katakana, kanji start, and after that, like a
Right,
vocabulary study and then some proficiency test or grammar test. We don't have those actually current like a common steps. So,
right,
but it's
right.
can you explain like what was your experience before visiting Japan Language Factory?
Well, before the Japanese schools I went to, they emphasized reading and passing tests, the JLPT language test. So
Mm.
everything was geared towards studying the Japanese required to pass the test, which, was good in a way, but it, after 4 or 5 years of studying, I'm still not fluent, because I
Mm.
didn't have the actual real world experience. So I think the Japanese language school has kind of helped me learn to practice and to be more outgoing, to use my Japanese, and to study what I need to know for my life. Most of the textbooks I used in the past, they had nothing to do with my life, so I would forget. I would forget the vocabulary the next day. Whereas, this has been a great opportunity. I've practiced in this school studying Japanese that I use every day or frequently. Like about my hobbies, about my travels, about using the train and the bus, uh, the type of Japanese you need in the restaurant and stores. So it's been very useful.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So, like, do you have any message to the people who is maybe already giving up learning Japanese, even they're living in Japan? It's just very feel difficult to learn Japanese.
Yeah, I think you should never give up. If you're going to live in Japan, you really should make every effort to learn Japanese and to go out and speak Japanese. What little practice. Try to make friends. Try to speak to the people in the store, wherever you go, and eventually, it'll get better and better. Uh, uh, I don't think you really need to emphasize the reading and writing because that's very difficult, and I've spent so much time learning just that. But I think it's better if you just get out there and practice and learn the Japanese that you need in your daily life.
And especially this is during the master course, you had a personal course as Shinobu. Do you have any message?
Oh, thank you very much. You were an excellent teacher. I really had a good time. You were so friendly and and helpful, and you made the classes very useful. It was geared towards my life, what I need. So when I traveled to Tokyo, before I traveled, we talked about the Japanese that was needed to ride the train, to take the bus, in the hotel, and so it was very useful in many ways. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mike-san. So it's last question. The age is matter to learn Japanese or not? What do you think?
I'm 65. I'll be 66 this year, and I'm still learning. Uh, Never give up. If you want to live in Japan, especially, I recommend it. It's definitely worthwhile because let's face it, you can't always have a translator with you every day.
Mm.
Uh, and it's nice to have independence and freedom. And that's the big thing for me. I want to be able to go to the store, go to the doctor, and be able to speak on my own, And so this class has helped me a lot.
Thank you so much.
Are you expat? Live in Japan? You started living in Japan, you're super excited to communicate with locals. You can enjoy traveling, meeting people. And now you start using this textbook and you feel like, wow, that's so many. Elementary school textbook, another elementary school textbook, and how many hours should you study? Let's think one more time. In order to communicate like a normal guy, you can do everything in the basic everyday life. Should you finish all those textbooks? Otherwise, you won't understand what they're talking. You cannot express yourself, anything. First of all, there are always two ways to learn languages. One is documentational language, the other one is conversational language. It's like, once upon a time, grandmother and grandfather are living somewhere. Or, hey, what's up? How's it going? Which is conversational. What is the most effective way to learn how to speak Japanese? Textbooks can't talk to you, so you cannot improve your listening skill and pronunciation, how to communicate. So why Japanese children can speak Japanese so quickly? Because they are learning conversational Japanese. The good news is, in Japan Language Factory, we have a specific learning structure to improve your conversational Japanese. So you can join the conversation, you can understand what they're talking, you can respond quickly, and express what you are thinking. If you want to be able to speak Japanese as soon as possible, join our free consultation to figure out what is the fastest way to start speaking Japanese.